Of all the things he's done, I think my favorite would have to be when he was last here when he did the premiere of SmackDown on Fox. Because he, in that whole thing, he was in the ring with Becky Lynch, which at the time was a huge deal for her because she was still, at the time she was the face of WWE, really. But for The Rock to be in the ring with her, kind of solidified that, and I think Becky's fantastic. So for her to get to do that was really cool. And then they kicked Corbin's ass, which is always great to see. So, I think him coming back and taking the time to shine a spotlight on talent that we have here is really nice, because it's not necessarily what happens when a huge name from the past comes back, right? So it's nice to see it happen once in a while.
I only wrestled The Rock one time in my career, and I got to do the People's Elbow. That was like really cool to say that I hit The Rock with his own move. So that's like definitely up there. But my all-time favorite memory of The Rock, this is his kindness and just he was starting to play the guitar. I had my guitar on the road all the time trying to learn. And he gave me a tuner one week. He gave me a tuner, like he had picked one up for me. And that was the coolest thing ever. The Rock just gave me a thing to tune my guitar with so I can hopefully get better at this thing. So, and he was playing at the same time too. So that was just like one of my fondest memories of actually a untelevised memory of The Rock.
Man, I love The Rock. He was one of my favorites. First of all, I was there when he debuted in 1996 at the Survivor Series. I was in Madison Square Garden. When I was in high school, I was in a television production class, and we were just supposed to direct a fictitious commercial. But I wanted to star in mine because I wanted to do a commercial on the SmackDown Hotel, and I wanted to play The Rock. I wish there was footage of this. It was so good. I did all his lines. It doesn't matter what your name is. Call people jabronis. Did a whole ad for the SmackDown Hotel with a phone number and everything. So that was one of my fondest memories of interacting, doing something that had to do with The Rock. And I got to meet him at the Performance Center where he came in to talk to everybody. And I was so excited, and I never, ever asked questions. But this day I did. I had a question for him. And it was about just, a speaking question. And it was funny because he didn't just answer the question. He then asked me a question, which I was not ready for. I was like, wait, whoa, I'm not ready for you to talk to me. Not like that. I was like, whoa, what's happening? And he was super, super cool and gave me the answers I wanted, and then talked to me after and even told me it was a good question. I was like, you remember me? You're The Rock. He's the man.
Ooh, this is a selfish one. I will say that my favorite Rock moment is the time that we, The New Day, Kofi Woods and myself, we had a promo seg with The Rock. I ended up at the very end storming into the ring, taking a rock bottom. That was pretty cool. That's a selfish one. But when we found out that we were going to be in the ring with The Rock and have this like significant long promo seg with him, we were excited. And not necessarily, we were excited in the sense that, we're going to be in the ring with The Rock too, but there's something about being in a promo segment with The Rock where, for us, this was in our minds, this was our like WrestleMania, this is our moment to try to prove ourselves. So a guy like him, he makes you want to bring your very, very best, because you don't want to get steamrolled by The Rock. You do your best to try to keep up. But yeah, that's a selfish and probably a lazy answer, but that's the answer I'm going with. That's what you're getting. My favorite Rock moment is a time that we got to promo battle with The Rock. And there were a lot of things said like llama penises as well. I don't know how, I don't think we'd otherwise be able to get away with saying llama penis that many times, except, being in the ring with The Rock. So
when him and Stone Cold were in the center of the ring, when they were building up their fight, when they just turned and looked one way and the other one looked like that, and they came back and looked the other way. And just, so many promos that Rock has cut. Anytime when somebody, like right now, he's just so big as Dwayne Johnson. But some of my friends that really don't know him from wrestling, I pull up some old wrestling clips, and it's always like a promo session where he's just sitting out there talking in front of the crowd. I think that's the one thing that he just really took hold of the crowd, just being so electrifying and being able to talk to people and to be able to just build fights. I think that was the biggest thing about Rock that people can remember. You can always think about some of the matches that he had, but the matches weren't really what sold The Rock. What sold The Rock was just him, his whole aura, just him being him and being so exciting.